Okay, we are live on Facebook over here, live on YouTube over here. So we are reading the Daily Drucker, Day 4, Organizational Inertia. All organizations need a discipline that makes them face up reality. All organizations need to know that virtually no program or activity will perform effectively for a long time without modification or redesign. Eventually, every activity becomes obsolete. So this is talking about how companies over time become a little tired and old in the way that they approach business, on the way that they work with clients, on the way that they do their work. And in many times they lack innovation, or they lack the discipline to continuously innovate and look at ways, better ways to do their business, to perform their business. So we're going to read a little bit more and kind of dig deep into what is the message that they're trying to give. Peter Drucker talks about, which I'm not going to read, talks about how government and institutions tend to be biggest culprits of this, and the bigger the company is, or the bigger the company gets, the more likely there are that they kind of work off this old energy, this old system, and they don't have the discipline to build innovation, inertia. So he kind of talks about that. So I'll skip through that, and then I'll talk about businessmen are just as sentimental about yesterday as bureaucrats. They are just as likely to respond to failure of a product or program by doubling the efforts invested in it. So many a times when something's not working in a business, a product, a service, an approach of doing business fails, and the immediate approach is to double the exact same efforts of what you were trying to do before, and you just keep on trying the same thing to try to get different results, and it's just not going to work. If your business is failing, if one particular product launch is failing, if one idea doesn't seem to be clicking, why spend so much time and energy doing the exact same thing to try to revive it? So that's kind of one of the points he's making there. Then he talks about how, fortunately, in the world of business, since let me make the light a little brighter here, get better. I got the sun on my face. But he's saying, fortunately, in business, because you need to be profitable, because there's the absolute need to be profitable, that's what kind of saves the day. So profitability is the ultimate indicator of whether or not you are doing the right thing. Now, this is more of a long-term strategy. So you could be, in the short term, very profitable without innovating, because maybe you're riding some sort of trend, or maybe you just got lucky, or maybe you did something unethical. So just being profitable in the short term is really not what he's talking about. He's talking about the long-term profitability that business leaders and business managers need to sought after in their business. So if for a while your business is not profitable, that is a great indicator. Your customers are telling you, the market is telling you that you're doing something wrong, and you should not double down your efforts to try to make whatever is not working work. You gotta invest and have the discipline to continuously innovate and have that culture in your company and your organization, that even though something's working now, if you're not innovating, somebody may come along, innovate in your behalf, and take you out. This is especially true of the taxi industry. I mean, the taxi industry controlled the entire thing for a very long time because local governments gave those special licenses, because in New York you had the yellow cabs, and the yellow cabs themselves kind of control the market, and they never innovated. It was always the same thing. Then you have companies like Uber, which have nothing to do with the taxi industry. I don't think anyone inside the Uber organization actually knew or understand the public transportation world. But what they've done is they noticed that there's lack of innovation in an old industry, and they came in and completely destroyed it. I mean, you got to keep in mind that the companies, the competitors, the people that will take you down, the people that will take you out, the people that will teach your customers that things can be done better are probably not the folks that you're thinking about. I'll move over here because the sun is actually killing me. That may be a little bit better. So whenever you start noticing folks that are not in your industry, you start noticing companies that are not, that don't look exactly like you, that don't seem to be coming from the same school of thought or institutional learning as what you're doing in your business, and you start seeing them coming into, encroaching into your business and doing things that traditionally only you or people like you would do. That's when you need to pay attention that something is wrong with your business model. That you got to pay attention that something that you're doing is not innovative enough, and it's allowing, let's call it, outsiders to come in and completely transform and disrupt your own business and your own industry. So as an accountant, I work in an industry that's pretty safe for the most part. We have a lot of accountants that try to control and try to fix and try to make sure that outsiders that are not licensed CPAs or whatever, they can't penetrate the industry. But I can't follow that crowd. I can't associate myself with that crowd, because I know for a fact that accounting will be disrupted. It will be heavily disrupted, either by technology or by folks that know nothing about accounting, but they will find a void and a need in our industry that a lot of us are not fulfilling. So I have to myself make sure that I am investing in the discipline of making sure that we're always innovating and looking at new ways to do business, new activities, new service offerings, and etc. Let me come up here with the last words here from the day 4 organizational inertia, which is all organizations must be capable of change. We need concepts and measurements to give to other kinds of organizations what market tests and profitability yardstick gave to business. Again, because we have profitability, which is the ultimate measurement of our business doing what it's supposed to be doing, that is generally a good indicator that you're in the right way. If you start noticing that your business is not profitable or your profitability is going down, and the excuse is, well, it's more competed, it's tougher, it's a tougher marketplace, that's a BS excuse. If your profitability goes down, if your business's profits go down, that's because you failed to innovate. You failed to do something different. You failed to reinvent yourself. You failed to reinvent your business. There's a quote that I wrote by hand here that I think is pertinent, and it's a Peter Drucker quote that says, "Because the purpose of a business is to create a customer, the enterprise has 2 primary functions: marketing and innovation." If you are not spending 80% of your time investing a lot of your profits back into marketing or innovation, you're likely to be doomed for failure. So those are my last notes. Those are my last notes. So I'll see you tomorrow with day 5 of the Daily Drucker, and I hope that you're enjoying this live sessions or these videos. I'm enjoying my own process into becoming a better leader, a better manager. That was my goal for this year. My goal for this year was to lead better, to become a better manager, to finally delegate to my team members a lot of things I was afraid to delegate forever, and know how to do it and feel good about doing it. And also, as a business consultant, I believe that helping business owners manage their businesses better, manage their people, have better strategic vision and general strategy about where the company is going, it's a place where I can add a lot of value.